Welcome back to Learn Igbo with Naza, a place where language meets culture. So guys, that is how I decided to travel down to the east to learn a lot of things, like to learn how to process like palm oil, garri and all. Trust me, it was an amazing journey. And in this video, we are going to be looking at each and every one of them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and be a part of this family. So the first place we went to was the refinery, the palm oil refinery. Palm oil, manuri. So we went there and then we saw how palm oil is being made the Igbo way. So the first thing we saw there was the chief ingredient, which is the palm fruit. Now some people call it mporompo, while some call it aku. So we saw aku or mporompo, that's the palm fruit, the key ingredient. Now the first step is harvesting your mporompo. Now the mporompo, it comes like in the hole. So once you harvest it, now this is the hole that it comes in. Now once you harvest it, you now wait for like 2 to 3 days for it to like settle so that the seeds can easily come out. Now this is the whole seeds, the mporompo, all of them is out. Now once it's out, you now have to transfer it to a pot where you now boil and cook. Now after boiling, you can boil for like 5 to 10 minutes, shabo. Just know that when your ancestor tells you, my child, is okay, just stop and then transfer it to a sieve and let the water drain. Now once the water drained, as you can see this boy draining all the water. At some point I felt for this boy because anyways, you now transfer it to a sieve and then to a dry plate after it must have drained all the water. And now these guys, they poured it into their engine. Now they were not using the usual mortar and pestle because it's large scale. They were doing it in a large scale thing, you get. So now transferred it to this engine that started pounding it. Normally now we use mortar and pestle to pound, but imagine pounding this amount of palm fruits with mortar and pestle. I don't think any masseuse can be able to solve the problem of the backache when you are done. Anyways, so they started blending it in this engine and it took a while. It took like 5 to 10 minutes. They kept on blending it till it turns this way. It made sure that everything, and then one thing they did was while it was blending, they kept on adding water. So it was like the water was the aid. So as it was blending it, the water was aiding the whole movement and all. It was at that point that the weather started changing and the lady was like, you know what, let's just take this one out. So it now started coming out. She now started taking it out, taking everything out. And then as she took it out, she transferred it to the other presser that will press the whole thing. This is the lady taking it out. This lady's skill is on another level. So this is the engine, this is the inside. When she already took everything out, and then she now transferred it to the machine that will still press out the oil. But if you pound it with mortar and pestle, you have to use your hand to be pressing it like you're pressing the devil. You press and press and press. So, but this lady didn't bother doing the whole pressing with the hand to bring out the oil. She transferred everything to her engine. As the lady was busy bringing everything out, I decided to take a video of all the environment. So I started checking out the whole environment, how the engine was rolling, how the chaff, the palm fruit, the palm kernel, how the palm kernel, the chaff that you will use to make fire and all. You know when the Bible said that you will prosper like a palm tree? The Bible was not joking, because one thing about palm fruit is that palm fruit is useful. Every part of the palm fruit is useful. You can eat the kernel. We can use the chaff to light a place. Like palm fruit, usefulness, the wonder. Anyways, we now came back to the main thing that we're doing because we cannot lose focus. We came here for a reason, and that reason we must achieve. So we went back there. Did I tell you I fell? I forgot that it is oil and oil is always slippery, but I did not enjoy myself. We went back to the place, and at that time she has already transferred everything to the presser. Now this is the presser. She was now getting ready to press the whole thing. That was how Rena started falling over, and she said no. She had to finish the work, so she was basically working under the rain. And I also said no, because I'm going to make this video under the rain. So this is she getting ready to start the pressing, and then she kept on hitting that thing, and as she was hitting it, everything was coming down. Manana pota, the oil was just coming out up and down. As you can see, the oil coming out from all the holes. That was how she kept on heating and heating and heating. It was like doing a lot of work. Now at this point, the oil now started gushing out like rivers of living water. See, as it was flowing. So it was just flowing. I had to ask her, after this set, are you going to do another one? She said yes, so that she's going to cook it and cook it till the oil dries. So this is she still heating it, because as she's pressing, the oil is coming, and she's pressing, the oil is coming. So she kept on pressing. At some point, Auntie became tired and told the other brother to come and help her. But then they were still heating it till the oil came out. Like, see, the oil is actually a whole lot of oil. And that's that. She cooked the oil and then she let it cool, and then she transferred it to the bottle, and it was ready to sell. That is that. And I said, okay, let me now get into the farm. We now enter the car again, and off we go to the missionary journey down to the farm. And I started admiring the nature. Nature is so beautiful. I started admiring the trees, the palm fruit trees. As you can see, these are palm fruit trees. The trees, the leaves, like, it was so beautiful. Then that was how this bike man now came and stood in my front, like, what are you doing there, brother? But we went there. We went to the farm. I thought it was going to be easy peasy, like the palm oil own. But we're literally getting into the farm. So this is the leaves of the garri. Now it's called apple. Some people say it's jabo. They either call it apple or they say it's jabo. So this is the woman harvesting it, and this is she harvesting it. Now this is when it's done. So after harvesting everything, like, it took a while because she did a whole lot of harvesting. Now she harvested everything, and then we now started peeling it too, and we peeled everything till it became like white. We peeled and washed, and then after peeling and washing, we now transported them to where they'll be blended, because we have to eat garri. We now blended everything. Then I said, okay, let's all start another journey to where they can make egusi, because now we have oil that we want to use to cook egusi soup, and then we've already fried the garri. Now we're remaining egusi now, so we went down to where they make egusi. Now this is the seeds. After harvesting, you now open it, crack it open, and start taking out the juice from it. This is the woman taking out the juice and everything. Now when she was done, she started washing off the yama that's inside this. So she washed off everything, and then after washing it, I think she washed it like 2 to 3 times, because she wanted it to be very neat. She now washed and washed and washed too. She was washing away the sins of the egusi. Okay, so now when she was done, she now let it dry on the floor so everything can dry. Now when it's all dry, what she now did was she now started peeling the egusi, because we wanted to cook the soup at that time. Since we already have dried egusi seeds, it takes like a while for it to dry. You don't just like spread it and it dries, because if it's not dry, it will be very difficult to peel the back. So this is the egusi after the back has been peeled and all. Like, I took some time to admire the seeds, because why not? Now this is the seeds, and then we went down to blend, because we got to make our food. Now with our palm oil, our apple or jabo, and then our egusi, we achieved this sumptuous egusi soup. So it doesn't get cold, guys. I'll have to leave now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and be a part of this family. Ngwanu, guys. Bye.